Hi guys, Sammy Wilson. Well, he was back in the chamber on Thursday asking the same question he asked about a week ago. Can we have a debate on the issue of border posts being put up in Great Britain to check goods moving from Northern Ireland to the British mainland? Now, this is the result of checks being carried out on goods arriving from around the world and the EU into GB from this October. For those who don't know, the UK hasn't been carrying out full checks on goods imported from abroad since Brexit, which has resulted in both smuggling of contraband but also a loss in revenue. The reason for not carrying out the full checks would be that it would have a massive impact on UK businesses. Sammy doesn't want the checks on goods moving from Northern Ireland to Great Britain, even though Northern Ireland is part of the single market when it comes to goods. The answer he got from Penny Mordaunt? No real answer. Have a listen.
Madam Speaker, in October of this year, according to the GB Borders Model proposals, checks on goods from Northern Ireland or passing through Northern Ireland, through Cairnryan and Liverpool will be implemented and border control posts will be set up. This is despite the promise that, of course, there will be frictionless trade between Northern Ireland and GB. Traders are being kept in the dark. They don't know the nature of these checks, the paperwork will be required, whether or not Northern Ireland goods will be exempt, or if they are exempt, what the criteria for that exemption will be. And despite all of that, there has been no statement made in this House, and indeed when I raised a member with the issue with the Northern Ireland Minister, he didn't even seem to be aware of them. Given the appalling nature of how this is going to keep people in the dark, and secondly, disrupt trade between Northern Ireland, a new set of border posts within the United Kingdom, can we have a debate in government time as to how this border control model is going to operate, and secondly, an explanation as to why the promise of frictional trade between Northern Ireland and GB is going to be broken?
Well, can I thank the honourable gentleman for raising this very important matter. This is not just a matter about the integrity of the internal market, but businesses need to understand what obligations will be placed on them, these processes, and they want clarity soon. He will know that there is further work that is ongoing on a number of fronts in the wake of the landmark Windsor framework. The next questions to the Northern Ireland Secretary of State are not until the 21st of June, so I will write on the honourable gentleman's behalf to both him but also the Foreign Secretary, who was heavily involved in these matters as well, to make them aware of the honourable gentleman's concerns.
So the 21st of June, you have to wait. Look, Sammy, Brexiteers don't care about you. How many times do I have to say this? Brexiteers don't care about Northern Ireland. Tory MPs and Tory ministers don't care about businesses in Northern Ireland. They don't even care about businesses in Great Britain. So why the hell would they care about businesses in Northern Ireland? Like, we highlighted these problems before Brexit. And Sammy Wilson and other people like Sammy Wilson, their response was, we don't care. A member of Sammy Wilson's party was interviewed a few years ago. It was just before the UK left the European Union. And he was asked, a number was presented to him, 40,000 job losses. And his response was, it would be worth it to get out of the EU. So when Sammy Wilson is now complaining about the consequences of Brexit, oh look, we're going to have border checks on goods moving from outside Great Britain into Great Britain. Why are these checks being carried out? Because Northern Ireland is part of the single market when it comes to goods. And the UK at the moment is not really carrying out any checks. It's carrying out some checks, but not sufficient checks. So it has to carry out these checks. And if they don't care about the consequences these checks will have on businesses in Great Britain, why the heck would Sammy Wilson think that Penny Mordaunt or anyone, or the Foreign Secretary or the Northern Ireland Secretary, would care about the impact it's having on businesses in Northern Ireland? I said before, Brexiteers don't care about businesses. What did Boris Johnson say about business? Brexiteers in Great Britain just wanted to get Brexit. They didn't care about the consequences. And Sammy Wilson and his party didn't care about the consequences it would have for Northern Ireland because they didn't really understand Brexit. I think it's important that businesses know what goods will be checked, how the goods will be checked, the whole procedure. This is important. This is an important question that needs to be answered. But you're asking the wrong people because these people don't give a crap. They haven't given a crap over the last 6 or 7 years. Don't expect them to care now. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.